This bill, HB 3149, is about saving taxpayers billions of dollars. As we all know, the state of Texas faces enormous economic challenges now and in the future. We all know that we must make wise financial decisions, such as we must begin to pay down the state debt, and we must limit the growth of future spending if we want to create jobs in Texas, attract businesses, and provide for a stable, prosperous future for our people. There is virtually unanimous agreement that if we do not implement these economic policies today, our children, our grandchildren will be left with little hope for a more prosperous future and little opportunity. We in Austin, like Washington, must allow ourselves to not be trapped into a false choice, either drastic cuts in spending or increasing revenues, either by raising taxes or by tapping into the rainy day fund. There is an additional tool, a tool which can and must be used today. It is to identify and reduce what businesses call waste in spending. What I am referring to is an organizational approach that focuses on doing things faster, better, and cheaper. It is very different than just simply saying cut the budget. We owe the citizens of Texas a commitment to spend their dollars as efficiently as possible. And it's not just about reducing spending, my friends. It's about improving the quality of the services we provide to our citizens. In the past decade, the public sector, the government, has discovered the benefits of reducing waste. And the Army, the Navy, and many municipalities have proven records that this works. The Department of Defense has saved literally tens of billions of dollars right here in America. Several states now have ambitious efforts to transform how their employees think about how to use public funds. My friends, my fellow Texans, Texas needs to be part of that effort. Texas needs to be a leader.
I'd like to share with you some examples where Lean Six Sigma has worked for the city of Irving. And I'm talking specifically about our organization and how it's been implemented. We started doing this about 3 years ago, and the results we've achieved have been $38 million in savings, and we've been able to reduce processes so that the customer, the resident, gets the service quicker. Another example is we went from 14 weeks to doing sidewalk repairs to less than 6 weeks on a consistent basis. We saved $18 million on an energy contract to buy electricity. A lot of people don't attack their fixed costs. Our fixed costs across the board for the city was $12.5 million. The use of Lean Six Sigma helped us reduce that to a little bit over $8 million. So we're going to save $18 million over the life of that contract. We've already realized $12 million in savings. Now,
the 25% of all the spending is waste that can be eliminated while improving output quality and improving efficiency at no cost.
The city of Irving has not been immune to the economic downturn that the rest of the cities in Texas have had to endure. We've also been impacted. We've lost over $22 million in revenue. But we made that up through a lot of these service improvements and by eliminating costs that were unnecessary. We also have looked at positions where we have vacancies, and we looked at, can we do it better, can we do it more efficiently? And we've not filled 215 positions, all the while increasing the service levels to the public. There's waste in any organization if you look hard enough. And the waste simply means that there's activities that are no longer necessary. And you can just eliminate that portion of it and listen to the customer, whether that be the resident, whether that be you call them a taxpayer, whether you call them the customer, because they're the people that pay you for a service you provide as a business. It does not matter. There's ways that you can look at the process, improve the process, eliminate steps. So when you eliminate those steps, you have less activities to do. So when you do have less people, there's actually less work to do. And they're doing more of the work that the people want you to do, whoever the people are that you're serving. So that's how we've been able to do it in Irving. And we believe it can be used in any type of organization where service is being provided.
Has this been used in any other states, and can you give us some specific examples maybe of where this program would actually work in the state of Texas?
Yes, absolutely. We hear that the state of Utah has implemented it in their workforce commission. The state of Iowa has implemented it years back. They got off it, now they're back on with the new governor. He has embraced this methodology. We've also heard that right here in Texas, Chairman Tom Hawkins with the Texas Workforce Commission has embraced it. He has looked into it and is on his own had already started the process to consider adopting this methodology there. And when we approached him, he was totally excited about being able to embrace it and implement it throughout his whole commission. Any other questions?
Raul,
Yes.
do you have any idea how the project's going to be?
Absolutely. Representative Alceda asked, do we have any idea? We have in the bill, we talked to Chairman Pauken, Texas Workforce Commission has agreed to be the agency to apply this methodology. And they're fully committed to implementing that in Texas. From there, we'll draft the report and we'll present it to the legislature next biennium.
Professor Gonzalez, you said that you had $38 million in savings so far?
Yes, sir.
Is that direct savings or is that? That's out of your budget. You saved $38 million from your and added to your budget.
We have gone from $183 million budget to $163 million budget. So we can prove 100% over $25 million is actual hard savings off the budget. The $13 million were cost avoidance. To your other question, in terms of we're the first city in the state of Texas to implement this across the board throughout the entire organization. The second city in the United States. The first city was Fort Wayne, Indiana. And Mr. George writes about that in his book.
And so, looking at your experience as a city manager, how would you think that that would relate to state government as well?
Well, I'll give you an example we just completed yesterday. Xerox machines, Xerox copiers, just printers. And everyone has printers. There's lots of printers in this building, right? We reviewed that through a Lean Six Sigma process in partnership with Xerox, because now companies are approaching us with the Lean Six Sigma product because they know that's what we do. So they know they're going to get our attention if that's how they provide a proposal to us. So in working in conjunction with them and looking at how can we save and doing a time and motion study and doing a review of all of that, we're going to go from $630,000 to $400,000 we're going to pay on an annual basis. So we're going to save $230,000 of hard savings right off the budget. That's an example of how we partner. Now, Cigna is our third-party provider for healthcare, and a lot of what we're now using Lean Six Sigma for is our fixed costs. Everyone has to pay for healthcare costs, right? And it's constantly going up. We partnered with Cigna, and we're reducing our costs by $800,000. That's the result. The way we did that is right now when you go and seek medical care, the way it usually works is you go to the GP, the general practitioner, and then they'll send you back for another appointment at this.
Coming down as a joint author with Raul for this bill is I've used Six Sigma in the private sector for well over 6 or 7 years of production of affordable home building. So we were able to take our fixed costs and increase our gross profits 14% or reduce our fixed costs 14%, whichever way you want to look at it. So you see the inefficiencies in government every day, the waste, and I agree with him 100% that if you bring these processes into government, that we can save the government billions of dollars, like he said, but as well, these dollars that we've lost in a difficult budget will make each dollar more effective and spend more beneficially as well. So I thank Raul for introducing this bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Garza. HB 3149 is about saving billions of dollars for the citizens of Texas. And with those billions of dollars means there's more elderly we can help. There's more children that will get the education that we in Texas want. There's more services that we could provide that we deem to be necessary and essential. Everybody, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody. We could redefine the way we use tax dollars wisely and thereby improving the services and thereby leading the nation for years to come. Thank you very much for being here.